You may or may not be familiar with the vibrant purple blooms of the great blue lobelia or the dazzling reds of cardinal flower, but these two species are commonplace among the wildflowers of eastern North America. What do these plants have in common? Well, they are both members of the genus Lobelia, a group of flowering plants who display a very unique trait, and it all has to do with their flowers. A flower can be structured in a multitude of different ways, especially given that it's the reproductive unit of angiosperms, the flowering plants. A flower may contain male parts, female parts, or both. Plants like mulberry trees are known as dioecious. They have separate male and female individuals with corresponding flowers. A plant like corn is called monoecious. It has separate male flowers and female flowers, but they're on the same plant. In the case of the lobelias, the flowers are called bisexual. This means that each flower has both male and female reproductive parts. But having bisexual flowers, it's not that uncommon in the world of flowering plants. So what makes lobelias so special? Well, let's take a look at a typical bisexual flower and compare it to a lobelia flower. This is a flowering rush flower, Butamus umbellatus. In the red circle, you can see the male anthers covered in yellow pollen grains. In the green circle are the pistils, the female organs that accept pollen brought by visiting pollinators like bees. Okay, so how about a lobelia flower? This flower is from Kalm's lobelia, or Lobelia kalmii. It's native to shorelines of lakes and rivers in Ontario and Quebec. Again, in the red circle, we can see the anthers, the male sexual organs, and in this case there's 6 of them and they're fused together. But where are the female pistils? In lobelias, the 6 male stamens form a tube that's capped by the anthers that you can see here. The female pistil is hidden inside the tube and it pushes its way out over time. In this time-lapse of cardinal flower, you can see that as the pistil elongates from within, it pushes the pollen out and onto small hairs at the tip of the anthers to be presented to pollinators. Eventually, the pistil pushes all the way out, and the stigma is available to receive pollen from outside sources. In the case of cardinal flower, those pollinators are often ruby-throated hummingbirds. This special type of flowering condition is called Protandry, meaning male maturity precedes female maturity. Protandry decreases the likelihood that the plant will self-pollinate because male and female reproductive parts occur at different stages of flower development. But like every family, lobelias have that one member that likes to do things a little bit different, and that's Indian tobacco, or Lobelia inflata. It was found that Indian tobacco was essentially 100% self-fertilized, which goes against what Protandry is supposed to do. The reason for this self-fertilizing nature is that the stigma of an Indian tobacco flower never becomes exposed, and is thus fertilized by its own pollen within the tube of stamens. My name is Matthew Coffey, and I'm a graduate student at Carleton University. My research looks into the evolution and consequences of Protandry in lobelias, and questioning why it is that Lobelia inflata is 100% self-pollinating. I use a mixture of greenhouse and lab work to study lobelia flowers, as well as using citizen science observations to determine if Lobelia inflata flowers differently depending on where in North America you find it.